Welcome to the Strenuous Life Radio, the podcast where leaderpreneurs, entrepreneurs, men and women learn the essentials and soft skills of the strenuous life. Hey, everybody. Calling all good people to live in passion. Let me ask you guys something. How many of you have felt at a point in your life that you're like a pawn in a chess game? One wrong move, one of their knights or bishops or kings takes you out. Well, that's why there's 3 things you need to do to live in passion. Number 1, find your purpose. You know, Dr. John Maxwell, he said this. He said, there are 2 important days. One is the day you were born, and the other day is when you discovered why. It's when you discovered why. And so that's why finding your purpose and stepping into your purpose is very important. Purpose is where passion begins. Finding your purpose, stepping into your purpose, doing the steps so that you can do that. Because life has its reasons. And life has its seasons. Finding a purpose, that's one of the best things that I can ever ask people to do. Because if you have a dream, you need to find your purpose, which is your why. Why is that? Because your why is your food when you're hungry. And when you are tired of striving. And that's why, in so many ways, sadly, it takes much less effort to be average. Now, number 2. Find a way to overcome your fears. You know, the Bible says this. It says in 1 Timothy chapter 1, verse 7, for God hath not called us to a spirit of fear, but of power and of love, of sound mind. That's important. One of the ways that when I address people, I want to talk to them about overcoming their fears, because that's the biggest weapon that our reactive culture has against us, is fear. It wants people to live in fear, and you don't need to live in fear. Overcoming fear is one of the biggest things. So many other people think that a whole list of excuses can keep you from being successful, can keep you from living with passion. But it all boils down to one thing: you and fear. And I refuse to live in fear. I refuse to live in fear. Because, well, quite frankly, all best intentions, God has His best intentions for us. And He doesn't want us to live in fear. And I don't want you to live in fear. I want you to think about that. Fear is one of those ways that makes you an overcomer. And you can be an overcomer, no doubt. God calls us to be our best. You can't be your best. You can't be your best if you can't overcome fear. Number 3, you need to have a clear mission and vision. Once again, from the Bible. Habakkuk chapter 2, verse 2. Write the vision and make it plain, so that he that readeth may run with it. Part of that vision, this is just my personal belief, is seeking personal revelation from the Lord. That's just part of my personal belief. Also, nothing like vision boards. Vision boards are so important. I have a vision board, a virtual vision board, on one of my Google Docs. And let me tell you something. I need to look at that more every day to discover my passion. To discover what God has called us to do and to be and to have. So there we go. We know what God's called us to do and to be and to have. To do, purpose. To be, that's where you overcome your fear. And to have, that's where you have that clear vision and mission and chase it. Chase it. Because if you ain't chasing it, then that's the problem right there. That's why I'm calling all good people to go out there and live in passion. Hope you enjoy listening to the Strenuous Life Radio. If you like what you hear, please subscribe. Become a part of our movement. It's J.R. Hendricks saying until next time, think strong, live the strenuous life.